The Golden State Warriors are a problem. They're a problem. Now that they're fully healthy, they're starting to regain that momentum they had. And I feel like because they're healthy, this is a team that can win a lot of games, okay? Now, first thing we noticed about this play here is Draymond Green is bringing it up. We're going to set up a DHO between him and Steph Curry. Notice how everybody else is in the weak side corner. We are just trying to allow Steph Curry to have space off the DHO. What's a DHO? It's a dribble handoff. So as we're coming over here, we're going to set this screen. We're going to hand it off. And all Steph Curry is going to do, because he doesn't feel Russell Westbrook on his hip, he understands that they're most likely in switch coverage. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean, right? So because he's not on the hip, we know that DeMar is going to want to play off of the DHO. So instead of Steph running off the screen, he stops. Boom. No one really covers. And then the quick trigger. Look at how quick he gets that ball up. One more time. Look at how quick he gets up. Boom. There's nothing you can do, right? Now, what I wanted to do is break down the film. Guys, listen to this. They had 39 assists in this game. 39. 39 assists in this game. Unbelievable. We're going to break them down. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. Also, comment down below. Do you think this Warriors team can win it all this year? Or do you think they need to make a big move at the deadline? Let me know. Let's dive in. Okay. Now you guys are going to be like, wait, didn't we just watch this? Well, no, because it's a different one. But very same thing. We're going to set up this DHO. Now this time you see how he is attached to the hip. Now they're going to be fighting over or under the screen. So now we have another thing in our brain that we need to think about. Because he's hip to hip, is he going to fight over this DHO? Is he going to follow us? Or is he going to go underneath the screen? Now, the thing is, if he goes underneath the screen, what do we call that? Disrespect. Why? Because you're saying, I don't think Steph Curry can shoot this shot. If you trail him, he's not shooting it. If you trail him, he's probably going to curl this thing into the lane, and we're going to create a 2-on-1 opportunity. But because he goes under, we stop, we get back to the left side, and we just pull up a three. Boom. And what a screen by Draymond Green, by the way. Steph hits another one. It's too easy. If you don't have the right defenders on Steph Curry at all times, you are going to allow these wide open threes. That's two. That's two early in this game. Again, let's look at Steph Curry being absolutely just different, right? Right here, we're going to get a screen from our guy, Gary Payton. We're going to wrap around. They don't want to get Keon Ellis off of Steph Curry, so he's kind of going to fight over, but no one's going to rotate as help, right? So what happens here, as DeMar DeRozan steps up, we create this unnecessary double team, I guess you could say, as Russell Westbrook's getting to his guy in the corner. We've got this guy in the weak side corner. This guy's obviously picking up our guy Moses Moody in transition, but now we're just going to cut right to the basket. We've got no one else guarding that slot cut off the screen. So Steph reads it, bounce pass through the pocket, and we get an open layup. Again, great job. Steph Curry, his ability to draw so much attention from a defense, right? You got two guys on him. That means someone's open, and we find him. Unbelievable. And then you have a play like this. The off-ball movement is insane. We're going to get this off-ball double drag here. Pod's going to show to the ball here. Essentially give it to him off the screen. Boom. As we drive, we're going to create a little bit of rotation. We see that Al Horford is open, but we set another off-ball screen here. Santos the ball. He's going to spray it to Al Horford. Now, when you look back at Steph Curry, they are, first of all, they're doing a good job not ball watching, I will say that. But he's kind of going to get lost here, and he's going to top block, okay? Basically, the only thing he doesn't want to do is allow Steph Curry to come off this and set up one of those DHOs, this time with Al Horford, right? They don't want him to do that. So they give him the baseline. And because every action, everything is to the weak side of the floor, guess what's wide open? You're going to give us something. This is why you can't really top block Steph, but then again, you have to top block Steph because they'll get the DHO all day. So boom, backdoor cut, great bounce pass by Al, and an even better finish there by Steph Curry. What are you supposed to do? And guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already done so yet. Helps out so much. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified every time we do post a Warriors video. There's going to be a lot more coming out soon. And like I said, comment down below. Is this team good enough? Let's keep going. The NBA season is in full swing, which means we all have a chance to over 1,000x our money during this year's NBA season. Now, before I get into my picks for tonight, I do want to show you a big offer that they're giving right now. If you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use on the Sleeper app. If you put in 50, they're going to give you 50, right? It is an absolute cheat code. But what I am putting in for tonight is Giannis over 30 points. They're taking on Cleveland. He usually has really good games versus Cleveland. I think he is going to have a big night tonight. Probably will get to the free throw line a ton. I also like Evan Mobley to have a little bit more assists because they have Giannis guarding him majority of the time. He likes to kick out, draw double teams in certain areas of the floor. And I think he's going to have a lot of assist opportunities. We also can look at Khalil Ware versus the Knicks. I think he's going to have 10 or more points in this game. And this is 20 to win 70. You guys can obviously put more, put less, whatever you guys want. And again, use promo code DUBS. You'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit, depending on how much you put in. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states, so check out Sleeper today. Another solid play here. Now, game was actually close at this point. Only a 1-point game. As Draymond gets the ball, we're going to set this away screen from Jimmy to Steph. We're going to force the defense to rotate a little bit, create a matchup that we like. Boom. Now, what's important about this play is we know they want to, once again, send Steph Curry to the baseline, force him baseline. They're going to close out to the inside shoulder again, because if you force him baseline, you know you have some sort of rotation here from a good defending guard in Keon Ellis, right? But Jimmy Butler does an unbelievable job kind of walling off his ability to get back in front here, right? Boom, walls it off. We get to the outside shoulder of Jimmy with leverage on DeMar. We drive into the lane. Now, if you don't have weak side rotation from the corner, you're done. Right, and that's exactly what they don't have, and you get an easy layup there. That's just poor rotation by the defense, but a really good job by Jimmy Butler walling off Ellis's ability to get back in front of Steph Curry off the switch. I mean, that's, again, execution. Another out-of-bounds play here. We're going to get the ball to Draymond Green. From there, we're going to get Steph screening the backside of Russell Westbrook as we just cut right to the basket. We know we got this corner shooter. We've got a guy in the corner over here trying to spread out this defense as much as possible, and that's exactly what they do. Get the ball here, set the back screen. Ellis either needs to switch or communicate. Probably just switch, right? He doesn't. He's late because he's trying to stick on Steph Curry as much as possible because they know this screen could be coming as well, right? So Keon Ellis is just so focused on stopping Steph Curry with these off-ball screens that Jimmy Butler gets a wide-open layup. Right, that's another just great possession. Here's another DHO between him, Jimmy, and Steph Curry. As we said it again, we're reading the defense. We know they're switching because he's not hip to hip. So, boom, we stop on a dime if you don't switch quick enough, right? If you are, as the DHO happens, right, if you're not already on the backside of Jimmy, right, we know this is going to be easy money. Stop on a dime, quick trigger three, get it to go. Nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, there is. Defensively, you got to be in a better spot quicker, but it's just too hard to read. Right there, they don't. All right, last play will break down. Another DHO, dribble handoff, set the screen, hand it off to Steph. As he comes off, we're going to get a matchup that we love versus a big man off this screen. We're going to drive and curl this thing off the bat or over the screen because this guy's going to trail, right? He's basically going to follow us from the backside. So as we now get downhill, we've got a matchup versus a big with leverage. We're going to create a little bit of strong side rotation from Russell Westbrook, which is then going to open up the corner. Now the Kings said, you know what, because it's Draymond Green, we are okay staggering or doubling from the strong side corner. But what ends up happening is they get a wide open three, and Draymond does connect on that one. Again, 39 assists in a game is wild. Wild. They move the ball so well. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We can do a part 2 if you want. Also, subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So, should be soon. Peace.